and then your ass show up. I mean, some weeks.
That's where people get it.
So let me ask you this then. When that whole 9/11 thing happened, how many weeks did it take for him to show up to the scene?
That's different.
How long did it take for him to show up to the scene?
Totally different.
It's still a state of emergency, no matter how you look at it.
That was
whether
a
we were
national
attacked or whether it was
incident.
a natural occurrence. How long did it take him to show up to the scene?
The same length of time it takes every president to show up to a scene. you can't put a national security incident in the same category as a weather incident. You just can't do that. You can't. That's just like saying if something at your job blows up and something at your house blows up, where you going first?
Of course I'm going to my house first.
So if you look at 9/11, that's the president's house that's got tore up. But if you look at Louisiana, that's his job. Like you have to look at the differences in that. National security trumps everything. But again, when you have an emergency like Katrina, the state is in charge first. It doesn't matter when the president shows up on scene. It doesn't. So to say George Bush doesn't care about black people, that was just bonkers to me. That was ridiculous. Totally ridiculous to me.
Okay.
Totally ridiculous. But again, that goes back to if Kanye West, and I'm just going to say it because this is how I feel about it. I don't think Kanye West understands policy when it comes to stuff like that. He just does not comprehend it. He does not understand the flow of resources when it comes to that. And no fault to him, but a lot of people don't understand that until they're in that situation or they work in that field. The president showing up is so what if he shows up? So what if he doesn't? As long as when the state requests what they need, they get it. But again, the state is in charge of all of that. So if the president says, hey, you let us know what you need and we'll send it to you, it's still a process. It is a whole process.
The whole United States is governed by the president, right? He's supposed to be.
You got to back up off that one.
Hold on. Let me finish. Is he not the one that everybody in these United States voted for to get him in office? Whether you voted against him or voted for him, did he not have voters in Louisiana as well?
Just because he had that is
yes or no?
To
yes
answer your question,
yes or no?
Yes, but that doesn't mean he has authority like that. If he did have authority like that, a lot of these states would not have different laws to do the same shit.
We're not talking about authority. We're talking about him showing up.
It's not his job to show up.
Oh, it's not. So
no.
The voters that voted for him in Louisiana, he has no loyalty to them or no.
It's not about loyalty.
He owes them nothing.
It's not that he owes them nothing. He does not have to show up. He doesn't have to show up.
Just like he didn't have to show up then, he didn't have to. All right. We'll move on.
That's off topic. That's off topic.
We'll move on.
At the end of the day, that I personally feel like him saying George Bush doesn't care about black people is a bunch of bullshit. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, I'm totally the opposite of that. I think he hit the nail right on the head when he said that shit.
I don't think he hit the nail on the head because There is nothing about that statement. There's nothing about that statement that is valid.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, the president's